morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Wednesday, April 5th, 2023. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. Earlier this offseason, Kyle Shanahan was asked if the Niners would pursue a starter-level veteran quarterback. He said this.
I know we have two starters on our team right now that I believe we can win with. So when you have that situation, you're not that eager to go looking around.
Then they went out on the first day of the legal tampering period and agreed to a contract with Sam Darnold. But could another veteran quarterback make his way to San Francisco? Here was Craig Carton on his show, Craig Carton Live, talking about the possibility of Aaron Rodgers going to the Niners if he doesn't end up getting traded to the Jets.
They do not have a quarterback right now. Maybe Trey becomes a stud. We don't know. Aaron Rodgers is from the area, all right? And has always said, I might want to go home one day. Now, he famously also said, I want to screw it to San Francisco for not drafting me.
Right.
Well, he's already done that, okay? So here's the reality. San Francisco does not have a first-round draft pick in this draft. They gave them all away to get Trey Lance. They do, however, because of compensatory picks, have like 5 third-round picks. So the conversation has been multiple third-round picks in this draft and a first-round draft pick in next year's draft.
First of all, for the record, the Niners have 3 third-round picks, not 5, like Craig said. Second, we know the 49ers have tried to trade for Aaron Rodgers in the past. They tried to get him before they traded up to number 3 in 2021, and they called the Packers on draft day that same year and tried to trade for Rodgers again. Clearly, the 49ers want him, or at least they did at one point. But do you remember what Kyle Shanahan said at the league meetings last month? He was asked about the value of having a quarterback on a cheap rookie contract, and his exact quote was, "It's everything." Now, is he suddenly going to pull a 180 and completely go back on that? Sure. It's always possible, right? And it's possible that Parag Marathe could wave his magic wand and find a way to get Rodgers' massive contract to squeeze into the Niners' tight salary cap situation. But I got to tell you, I think that ship has sailed. Maybe they could have turned it around before the Javon Hargrave signing, but I think that deal was only possible because the 49ers had committed to such a cheap quarterback room. Now that he's on the books, I just don't think San Francisco is going to go all in for Aaron Rodgers. It's way more likely that the Packers are trying to use the Niners as a boogeyman to get the Jets to give up more in their trade. Why would Green Bay trade Aaron Rodgers to one of their biggest NFC rivals? It doesn't really make a ton of sense. Not to mention the fact that if you're going to go all in on a quarterback, there's another former MVP in Baltimore who's available. And oh, by the way, he's 13 years younger than Aaron Rodgers. So again, fun to think about? Maybe. But if the Niners wanted Aaron Rodgers, they should have drafted him back in 2005. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Wednesday, Mike Sando of The Athletic got anonymous comments from current league executives about every team's free agent moves this offseason. It's nice to read about the 49ers, of course, but it's also nice to get, a little different perspective on other teams' moves, too. One thing to watch, nothing newsy for you here. I recommend Shrinking on Apple TV with Jason Segel and Harrison Ford. Really cool show I just got into with my wife. Didn't expect to like it, but heard good things, and it has lived up to the hype. One thing you may have missed, Arizona Cardinals owner Michael Bidwell is accused of gross misconduct, including cheating, discrimination, and harassment by a former team employee. 49ers defensive coordinator Steve Wilks, of course, used to work for the Cardinals, and Wilks was mentioned multiple times in the story as refusing to go along with a scheme to contact suspended Cardinals GM Steve Keim. He may have some role in how this ultimately all plays out for Bidwell and the Cardinals. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Enjoy your Wednesday, everybody. Stay tuned for Stats and Cone. That drops later today. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk tomorrow.